Yes, we are back and we are talking about the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, not the federal one, the one that is, there is an ETF from Bitwise called OWNB. Now we are going to go straight into their holdings. And actually, this is their holdings review. So let's make sure that it is on your screen. Okay, so first, now I have this. I took a bunch of notes on here. I've been looking at this. I own or I have a Fold card, which Fold is you basically you buy Bitcoin and you use a like debit card. So and then they just IPO'd. Anyways, they are on anybody on this list has to own 1,000 Bitcoin or more to have a strategic reserve with more than 1,000 Bitcoin. Now there's 22 companies on this list. Now, a lot of people have been talking about GameStop. GameStop, I do not believe they have not purchased their Bitcoin yet. They may have. So, and I'm looking straight at Grok. On March 26, 2025, GameStop revealed the plan to raise $1.3 billion, the sale of convertible senior notes. Anyway, so they're going to raise a bunch of money. Okay, on early April 2025, they had indicated they had closed on $1.5 billion raised. Now, I believe the $1.3 billion you could purchase around 14,733 Bitcoin, which would actually put them a little bit more than they would own more Bitcoin than Tesla. Now, seriously, do you really think that's going to happen? I highly doubt it. But well, let's just keep continuing. So yes, if they did buy the 14,000 Bitcoin, that would put they would be in between CleanSpark and Tesla. So the companies that own that's in this holdings, we've got MicroStrategies, Mara Holdings, Riot Platforms, Tesla, CleanSpark, Hut 8, Block, Coinbase, Voya Interactive, MetaPlanet, Similar Scientific, Galaxy Digital, Hive, Digital Cargo, Exodus Momentum, Bitfufu, Nexon, Fold, which that was the one that I was talking about. Actually, this is from an email from Fold. So they actually there was two companies, BitDeer, which is at the bottom here. They have 1,900, and then we have this Crippler Mining. Not 100% sure how it's pronounced. It's CIFR. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the top companies on this list. Now, and actually the ones that I'm looking at are the ones that have very good hedge fund data. Now, I was looking at GameStop because I wanted to do some information. Actually, I'm kind of looking at it. And so let's look at the max chart for GameStop. You can see it has been a wild ride. And if you all remember back in, what was the date? January 29th, 2001. the stock shot up to 81.25. Let me make sure this is on your screen. $81.25, and yeah, and so it wasn't 81, but before that, right before that, it was like a dollar forever, and it kind of sucked, and then everybody on Reddit decided to all get together and buy at the same time because they figured out if they all buy at the same time and make the stock go up. And anyways, what I want to show you is the hedge fund data for GameStop is the thing is it's at almost like it's at like $2 million. So $2 million. Let's see what companies are. Slate Path Capital holds has an open position. Looks like they have almost 2 million shares. And then we got more capital management. Looks like they have about 44,000 shares. So I guess I'd have to look into this Slate Path Capital, but I don't know too much. I just wanted to point out that the the hedge fund data is really exceptional. So it's got 2 million. Now, on my notes, I have this riot, and actually I bought some today, and it did go up, and it was based upon the research that I did from basically looking at the OWNB holdings, and then, like I said, I went through all 22 companies and looked at their hedge fund data because hedge fund data is a good indicator. You find out what the hedge funds are buying, and that's what you want to buy. It's just common sense, I guess. You can be running around screaming the sky is falling like everybody else, or you could be over here with a pencil and a calculator and your little AI bot and your computer and sitting there trying to figure out how to make money. And so far for me, it is working. Now the Riot, I guess I bought it when it was down, and I'm up like 10% on it because I bought it this morning, and then it's not way up, but now I bought Riot a long time ago, and actually my friend, I was telling him that this is a dinosaur tail. Like if you're looking at this is the maximum chart, so it kind of faces like a dinosaur, and then it has a tail, and then it kind of goes extinct. So I remember back a long time ago, this Riot peaked at what the hell? $3,400. And guess what it is right now? It is seven. It's $7 right now, guys. $7. And it peaked at 3,000. Anyway, so I mean, I'm sure a lot. And actually, I remember getting into this one a few years ago and getting in and getting out, but I think I remember buying it when it was like $80 or something like that. I don't even remember it going up to 3,000. But the point is over here on the hedge fund data. Look at that hedge fund data. It is up to like $15 million. Let's see who is buying it. And yeah, and I did a bunch of research and I figured out that the best company to buy was Riot, according to the hedge fund data. Now this it's like Starboard Value LP, Jeffrey Smith bought 12 12,704,000 shares. Now, I did read an article saying that in March, they 5x their Bitcoin mining. So they produced 5 times more Bitcoins in March than they did in February. Okay. Now that's right. That's the one I bought that today and actually did pretty good. And I bought 2 shares of OWNB today, and I bought some Riot. And then I bought that SMLR, which is it is one of the, we can pull that up, but I want to look in order. That is the SMLR. Actually, no, that's number 4. But so let's go to the number 2 that I said is on the OWNB list that I think that you should buy based upon the hedge fund data. Didn't buy this today. I guess I should have. I don't know. I'm just trying to chill a little bit. I'm trying not to. I do have a little bit of dry powder, but yeah, Cripper Minery. It's worth it's $2.21. Now, from my experience, if you want to do options trading, I don't have a whole lot of money, but you can actually do some options trading when you get like a stock that's like worth like $2 or something like this. It's you can just, I don't know, you can throw $20 at it and try to make 50. Okay. All right. I know you want to hear more. You're like, I want to make. Oh yeah, but up to $5 million. And let's see who is buying this. The number one purchaser. There's actually 2 pretty big daddies on here. We got Lone Pines Capital LLC, and then we got Darius Capital Management. So Lone Pine Capital bought 2,344 shares, and Darius Capital bought 2 million. We'll just say 2 million shares, and then blah 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 blah. So yeah, these big fat ass hedge funds are fucking doing some big fat ass fucking buys. Okay. So I kind of mad at myself that I didn't buy that this morning. I don't know. I had a lot on my plate. Wasn't really paying attention, but me doing this homework and studying this stuff is the best thing that I could ever do. And I don't care if anybody's watching this or listening, or I don't care, because you know what? This is all about me making money, not you. Okay, where are we at? Okay, we're gonna go to Mara. Mara is my number 3 of the OWNB holdings that I would recommend buying. And let's go to Mara. Let's look at tomorrow. Okay, so Mara, oh, that's the old one. So let it load a little bit. Version 16 are like almost penny stocks. Let's look at the max. Now Mara is number 2 on OwnB's holdings. They have 46,000 Bitcoin. And they kind of have, it almost kind of looks like a dino tail. The chart doesn't look good, guys. Let's see how it did for the day. It didn't really do shit for the day. But let's see how it is for the week. Week, yeah, you had a nice little dip. All right, let's look at the hedge fund data. It's got a little green on it, a little juicy hedge fund. And then look, we have Far Far Fariolan Capital Management, 555,000 shares they bought. This one hedge fund did. Doesn't look like there's a lot of hedge funds buying this. But like I said, it is the number two. Uh, it is the number two Bitcoin holding company. Let's get to the number four, which is the only healthcare company in that has a Bitcoin treasury, or at least has one that's over $1,000. I'm sure there are a lot of companies right now getting Bitcoin reserves. So yeah, I did buy a little bit of this today. Let's look at the little chart. Doesn't really have a terrible chart. It's not the healthiest chart in the world, but it's not noticed. I was like, this is a kind of really, but it only has $200,000 worth of hedge fund buys, but I don't think this is that big of a company. Looks like that the Darius Capital Management, which company was that? That was I think there's the last one of the other companies was owned by that too. They have an open position with 187,000 shares. So yeah, someone almost bought 200,000 shares. Uh, Looks like they're going to do really good on their quarterly report. Um, let's move to number five, which number five is a very popular company, which everybody was kind of. Some people were kind of upset because I guess they've been doing a Bitcoin buy like every Monday. And they didn't do their Bitcoin buy. See how bad. I know it looked like I had lost $200 or $300 today in MicroStrategies. It was my worst performing stock when it comes to money. It doesn't want to show that the data is still pulling up. Yeah, it's pumping back up 2.85% on the overnight. It went down 8.6% during the day. Let's pull up just for shits and giggles the the maximum chart. It's kind of funny how it looks like the when MicroStrategies came out, it was worth about $140, and then January 31st, and then on March 30th, it was worth 28 cents. Could you imagine if you would have bought like just loaded up, like bought like $1,000 worth of the, or about $28 worth. If you bought $28 worth, you'd have like 100 shares, and then it's split 1,000 shares. $28, you could have like 1,000 shares. You'd have like, anyways. But yeah, but yeah, it's been a bumpy ride for them. But when the Bitcoin ETF came out and the Bitcoin strategic reserves are coming out. But yeah, let's go to the hedge fund data and let's just take a little peek at it. It looks like it's about almost 200K. So says to buy it. Um, Graham Capital bought 117,000 shares of MicroStrategies. But yeah, just looking at this hedge fund data. Yeah. Oh, did we talk about GameStop? I know I did. I think I wanted to show you the GME. let's look at the GameStop. Oh, I think I did show you the GameStop. Yeah, the GameStop hedge fund data, but yeah, there are there's 2 million but yeah, the hedge funds are buying the crap out of this. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it right there. I hope you learned something about Bitcoin and Bitcoin strategic reserves and OWNB. So I mean that might be a good investment for you. Um, you don't have to buy crypto on the crypto platforms. You can buy crypto on the stock market. You can buy crypto stocks. Just one thing to keep in consideration, and don't listen to all these people spreading rumors and trying to scare the crap out of everybody. Just pay attention to what the hedge funds are doing and